He had so much promise early in the season, so why, oh why, are the Patriots going away from Josh Gordon when it matters most? This is the Foxboro Report, brought to you by 1 in 100. If you're looking for cheap tickets to Patriots, Celtics, or Bruins games, you've got to check out 1in100.co. They can get you into the building for the price of a pizza or a nice cold beer. Again, check out 1in100.co today. I'm Alex Barth. He is Evan Lazar. We are coming to you from Gillette Stadium in the aftermath of the Pittsburgh Steelers loss. And Evan, there's a lot of questions we could ask about this game. We've gotten to some of them. You can see all of our coverage at CLNSmedia.com. But one that's a little further down the depth chart, but I still think is a big one.
Big deal, yeah.
Where was Josh Gordon? Now, you could ask that question about the game as a whole, but I want to focus on one play, and that's the last play of the game. The guy is a jump ball threat, among the best in the league. You're throwing a Hail Mary. I'm not going to ask you why he wasn't on the field, because I think we all know why, so I'll ask you this. Where's the Patriots' trust level with Josh Gordon right now?
Well, I think that's a good question, because that third down drop earlier on in the game, it really felt like after that, they kind of went away from Josh Gordon, and he was kind of out of Brady's progression from that point
they
on.
being Brady, or they being the coaching staff, McDaniels?
Maybe a little bit of both. I mean, this is all just, educated guesses.
Right,
so
speculation.
I don't really know which one it was necessarily. But I think the biggest thing what I saw with Josh Gordon was that in this game, and I think this game really resembled the Tennessee offensive game plan in a lot of ways. They had a game plan going into this game to attack the middle of the field against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I wrote about it, and clearly the Steelers wrote about it too. And
you got to stop writing these perfect game plans, because the opponents are reading them.
The opponents read it. No,
all of a sudden 5 losses.
But the Steelers knew that the Patriots were going to try to do that. They took away the middle of the field. Tom Brady only attempted 4 passes outside the numbers of beyond 10 yards downfield, and 2 of those came on the 2 last second heaves. Or 3 of the last second heaves at the end of the game. So really, only 2 in the real game, and one of those was a crosser to Chris Hogan for the touchdown. So we're talking about a couple in the rest of the game, maybe 1 or 2 targets down the field outside the numbers, not a ton. That says to me that there was no zig when they zagged, right? The Steelers had their number. They knew that they were going to try to attack the middle of the field. Josh Gordon's getting one-on-one with Cody Zenzaba. Not even Joe Hayden. It was Cody Zenzaba, and they just wouldn't go to the matchup. For whatever reason, maybe the thing in Tennessee where they were throwing the fades to Gordon down the sideline, these 50-50 balls that just weren't going his direction and he wasn't completing those passes, maybe that's in their heads, and they're trying to kind of incorporate him into the offense in different ways, so they didn't want to just test that over and over again. But, I mean, at least throw one, right? At least test it a little bit and see if a third-string cornerback really can hold up against Josh Gordon.
I'll say this. Josh Gordon's never played meaningful football in his career in December, right, with the Browns, and he was never really stuck around long enough in college to do so. He talked about how big of a moment this was for him. I don't think this is him taking himself out of it. I think these are conscious decisions made by either Brady or the coaching staff, more likely the coaching staff, to remove him. And maybe they're setting something up for the playoffs, maybe not. But they've got to get this figured out, because
if they're setting up things for because we just talked about James White, If James White and Josh
and you can
Gordon,
check that video out on the CLNS Media YouTube page.
Good tease.
Thank you.
If they're kind of holding that in the back pocket for a divisional round playoff or a wild card playoff, they got to clinch the playoffs before we get there.
I think we've heard that every single player on the Patriots, they're saving for the playoffs, right? We've heard James White. We've heard Rob Gronkowski. We've heard Josh Gordon. We've heard Julian Edelman. Everybody but Philip Dorsett. And guess what? He's not getting the football. He's not getting on the field. So whatever the Patriots were saving up for.
At some point in time, they got to, this is go time now.
Whatever they were saving up for, here we go. You saved up. It's time to make it count.
I mean, if Josh McDaniels is hiding some section of the playbook that he hasn't dusted off for Josh Gordon yet.
Let's go to Plan Z. It's time for Plan Z.
Now is the time against the Bills and the Jets. Maybe you don't need it, but you kind of need it.
I don't, and just to get it ready, I don't know how far this team goes in the playoffs without Josh Gordon. I don't.
No, he's got to be a part of it.
We'll see what happens. What are your thoughts on Josh Gordon's last couple of performances? Let us know in the comments down below. This Foxboro Report has been brought to you by 1 in 100. If you're looking for cheap tickets to Patriots, Celtics, or Bruins games, check out 1in100.co. They can get you in the building for the price of a pizza or a nice cold beer. Again, that's 1in100.co. For Evan Lazar, I'm Alex Barth. Thanks for watching.